Going live, going live. And we're live, and I'm super dark. I thought I was light enough for this, but no. No, I'm not. Um, okay, so welcome back to me and my giant microphone, my imposing microphone. It's so dark. Give me a second here. I thought I'd be fine without it, but I'm like, no, it's too late. It's way too dark. It's too late at night. I gotta clean this stuff up. This is gonna work. This guy's working out. This guy's gonna work out. Oh, look at that. My camera. I don't know what to say about this. I don't know what this. I don't know what my webcam is trying to say by when I hold up the dust to onyx. It brightens up my face. I don't know what that. I don't know what it's trying to say. Is my audio good? I don't know. Who's here? Is anyone here? Girl, let's get this over with though. Let's get this over with. I'm already talking about nothing, girl, but you know what? It's got to be talked about. It's got to be said. Things have to be said. Give me a second while I get some lighting. Oh, thank you, Evolve Entity. Audio is great. Good. Hold on. I'm gonna set up some lights here. Or a light, I should say. You should really check out my lighting setup. It's real ghetto. It's just a lamp being supported, just a clip lamp being supported by 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 a pile of blankets, really. Okay, there we go. Let me go here. That should be good. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I love to go live, but I know I haven't been going live in a while. I just had to get used to the environment that I was in. Ooh, that might have been too loud. Hello, Hermit and High Priestess. Hello, Danny Boy. Whoever else is coming in, I don't know. I think I should wait. We have 7 people in. I think we should be fine. And again, I guess I don't need the headbands anymore. But my hair just likes to do its own thing. I'm shuffling the Davis of Creation, but I'm not going to be doing any readings. I am just going to be talking about a video response to Annika at Nobody Here. She just did a live stream a few hours ago talking about the dilution of the tarot, but more specifically, what makes the tarot the tarot? What is the true tarot? What is the pure? As you can see in the title of this live stream, if you even bothered to read the title, what is the true, pure, raw tarot? You know, what is it? No seasonings, no nothing, no, just the tarot. You can't answer that. You can't. You really can't. Some people will say it's. Some people will say it's this. You know. Some people will say it's this. Others will say, and this is quite ironic that I'm using this one because this is actually a modern rendition of this style of deck. But a lot of people will say it's this, and even okay, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. I want a few people. I want to wait for a few minutes, for ads to pass because I think my live stream is monetized. So advertisements play, and then people come in. But I just want to everything around us and within us, life. That's representation. That's more what tarot represents and what tarot can be seen and where it can be found. I'm talking about more the decks. What is a true tarot deck? But that applies as well. So but it can apply to Hermit and High Priestess. Now that I think about it, it is everything. So how can you say that's not the tarot? If tarot is a representation of the world, how can you say that the world cannot be represented as through this? Or that it can't be represented through this? Or through this? The only people who can answer that are people who also say there's only one way to read tarot, and that is my exactly. And it's like, that's not, you kind of have to flip that around. It's kind of like, that's not how I read the tarot. That's that's fine. It's but hello, Gina. By the way. And it's like, yeah, it is a bit of perspective, and I think a lot of people get stuck in that one perspective of this is how I was taught, and this is what I was taught, and this is what I learned, and this is what I think is the best way to. And it's like, no, it's yeah. Let's see, sugar honey iced tea. It says tarot is a tool only. It is. It. You know what? I think that's what it was. There it is. I kind of forgot that. It's a tool, okay? And it's like it can come in different colors, it can come in different shapes and sizes, but it is a tool nonetheless. How you use that tool even varies as well. Hello, Rachel Days. I don't know if I miss anyone else, but so far I think I got everyone. It's you that puts the energy and info to interpret. Exactly. And some people materialize that interpretation. Hello, Veronica Jude. People will put that in a physical rendition as to how they depict, you know, their interpretation of the cards. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of getting off track though. So people will say, you know, that the Rider-Waite-Smith is the true and the pure is the true tarot. You know, this is what tarot is. And it's like, well, you're kind of neglecting the fact that, and they'll say that, and they'll say this, they'll say it's the true tarot because the Marseille gets it wrong, and so does the esoteric and occult tarot decks. And what they mean by that is the Thoth and like other Golden Dawn decks similar to the Thoth style. But they forget the Rider-Waite-Smith is an esoteric and occult tarot. All right. So, and it also has, and both of these draw a lot of inspirations and designs from this one, because this is what they had to go off of. They weren't looking for the oldest; they just had what they had. I'm pretty sure. A lot of the occult and esoteric tarot historians got a lot of the stuff wrong. What is this? Look at this, Jesus. Hello, Hermit of the Moon. So yeah. And yeah, that's one side of it. Sugar honey iced tea. How you read the deck is one way. What I'm talking about is more decks and more how decks should be, how decks are created, how decks, you know, how they are drawn and how they're depicted. You know, whether it's through the Marseille style or the Rider-Waite-Smith or the Thoth, or their own unique way. It's more depictions rather than reading and practice. Yeah, but again, the ideas still apply, because how you read, how some people learn to read will, and then turn and start making their own decks, will influence how they make a deck, you know, and what they want to put into a deck that they want to create. Let's see, you are right, the tarot is a tool. It is something uniquely personal to the person using it. And exactly, and it's like, it's so personal, it's so customizable that you can't, and it's so unregulated, you can't limit it to just this is the true tarot, nothing else is. You know, this is the true tarot, and if you read with this, you're doing the tarot wrong. You have the wrong tarot deck. That's not the true tarot. And it's like, it still is. And honestly, I think this is closer to what the true tarot is trying to do than what a lot of people will say. You know, I will say though, she did say that this is esoteric, and it does have its esoteric ideas and philosophies in there, but really it's more archetypal, if I'm using that word correctly. What she did was she tried to go back to the source, try to strip away kind of quite a lot of what the tarot was, and then reimagine and reinvigorate and like try to redepict the tarot in her own way, and tried to go to the core of what the tarot. I think in some cases she tried to find out what the true, pure, raw tarot was, and tried to manifest that through her art. I think in these paintings. I think that's what Mary White tried to do. Theory. I don't know. I don't think so. I'd have to revisit and redo another deep dive into Mary White's interviews and her blog and all that, and as to what it was, because she has her reasoning as to why she depicted them that way. Hello, Gaviota Cosmica. So yeah. And then we could go back to the carvings found in ancient spaces. Did some of those original decks gather their ideas from that? Exactly. What inspired them? You know, it's like and there's I'm already getting off track here. I should have made a list of topics, but yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Even using the same tool, different people will interpret the and work with. Oh, girl, the chat. Calm down. Work with it differently. I don't think you can say there is a pure form. Each artist brings their own to it. Exactly. And even if there was a pure form, it would still get twisted and convoluted and it would evolve and change and adapt and you know, and it wouldn't be the same as it was when it was in the pure form. That's called a remix, you know. Sometimes a remix is better. It's an adaptation, you know. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it gets it right, sometimes it's worse, you know. But again, that's up to opinion. Let's see, even using the same tool, different, and even readers will derive different meanings than any artists that create one. Exactly. Like look at Kucha Watts, you know, with her Ancestral Path Tarot. She says the Five of Wands is teamwork. And that's not usually the idea that people get when they see the Rider-Waite-Smith Five of Wands. It's usually conflict. It's usually arguments, debates. You know, conflict is the first word that comes to mind. But in this deck, she said it was teamwork. And so in teamwork, I was like, okay. And I did a reading with it. And it came up. And I was like, usually I read this as conflict. But I'm going to say it's actually what she traditionally, or how she interpreted it as teamwork. And it applied to the reading. Let's see. Not that I want to bring religion into this discussion, but it's almost like saying that one. Yeah, I was gonna say that too. In Nobody Hears discussion, it's like there's multiple translations of the Bible. Some are better than others, but it's like you don't know what's the best way to read the Bible until you look at them. You know, King James Version, New King James Version, isn't really the easiest way to learn it. You know, you have the NIV. I think you have the New English translation. I think is another one that's good. You have to find the one that best, translates the ideas to into something that one could understand. That's trying to be, explained. And so this kind of the same with tarot, And again, some translations are going to be better for others. Okay, so some people can start with this one, with the Thoth, and be like, you know what? This is my first deck. I loved it. I read with it. It reads perfect. I don't need anything else, And then there's people that are like, I tried it. I can't work with it. I need something else. And then they'll maybe pick up this one and be like, that's it. That's the one. It's customizable. It's personal, And it's subjective. It's trying to bring some objective stuff, trying to make opinions objective so that it you can. Look at that microphone. I know. I don't like how she's like leaning a little. I want her a little bit more like that, but she's sagging a bit. Let's see. Sometimes it's best not to refer to a guidebook with a new deck. Allow your own interpretation and intuition and read the cards first and then utilize the guidebook to add. You see, I do the other thing. I like to read the guidebook at least once, I just, when I got this deck here, I think you miss out on a lot of what's being used and utilized in these cards, when I did like my interview spread with this deck, it showed me it put out cards in there, and I was like, okay, let's see what you're trying to say though. What does the book have to say? And it made perfect sense for me, if I just read it intuitively, I think my brain would have reverted to just standard Rider-Waite-Smith meanings, because this deck is like, there's so much going on in this deck. It's not just another Rider-Waite-Smith clone. There's a lot. So let's see. But again, intuition though is also one that you kind of have to rely on. And add into it. Let's see, I've been in Facebook groups where this question has literally turned the comment section into a dumpster fire. I think tarot evolves with time and culture. Yes, totally. Agree, you can't limit it, so you won't. So there ever won't be a true one. Exactly, exactly. The culture that brought. Really should stop showing this one because this is a modern, cleaned up version of the Marseille. The culture that was in 1730 in Italy or wherever this was made, right? Where was this made? Switzerland, okay? The culture in Switzerland that made these design choices and these slight changes. There was very few variations in the Marseille, but the few that there are, gives you different decks like this one here. It's completely different looking to this one, if you really, once you compare them. To the untrained eye, they'll just look the same. But here, the culture in this one is not the same as what it was in this deck here, that this might hurt, Like this would, if you showed this deck to to someone in what was it, in 1840s, what is this, also Switzerland? Yeah. In 1840 Switzerland, their brain would probably implode, Like, what the fuck am I looking at? You see, and look at that, Gaviota Cosmica started with Thoth. I started deep dive for real into studying the tarot with Marielle, If you're looking for pure, I would say it's more of a non-concrete, generalized idea of tarot. There we go. And that's one of the let me finish the comment. A tool with a collective of thoughts, feelings, emotions, / situations that can be used to feel the energies of the universe. I agree with that more. When I was listening to Annika's live stream, Nobody Here, when she was talking about it and discussing it, and I was reading the comments, I was like, the tarot is more like a cloud, ever changing. It's never the same shape. No cloud is ever the same. It's not concrete. It's not a block of ice. Okay, it's a cloud. It's vapor, or it's liquid. It's fluid. It can fill any space of shape that it's in. You know what I mean? And it's ever changing, and it comes in different forms and sizes and different styles. So yeah. Let's see, what did she say? I referred to the guidebook with my decks, but I was saying that I allow my own intuition to see what pops up for me. That depends on the art, of course. Oh yeah, some decks like this one. I really don't think you need the guidebook for it. Because it's so Rider-Waite Smith, but it's like such a modern now Rider-Waite Smith. You kind of don't need it. If you're familiar with Rider-Waite Smith, you really don't need it. What the fuck are those people wearing, right? Let's see. Right now we have unicorns in some tarot decks. It's great, yeah, and it's like, I'm not a big fan of it. That's just my opinion, And tarot has evolved in the last 10 years, and even in the last 10 years before that, Let's see. It used to be very limited. Oh yeah, definitely. That's one of the things that they were talking about. Like, the change was very slow. And they would say, like, I'm pretty sure looking at the Morgan Greer or the Aquarian, they probably saw that and said, that's not true tarot. That's bullshit right there. This is true. It's like, no, it's not. It is. It's the tarot itself. Again, it can take any form. Nothing stays the same way forever, especially art, because society changes. People change. That is the only sure thing. Everything is going to change. Exactly. And so now kind of turning more to the history side of it. So when we say like diluting something, diluting the original, diluting the source, so we have to look at what came before. So what came before, the Rider-Waite Smith then? That's the Marseille. What came before that Marseille? That's the Visconti Sforza and the Solabusca. If you look at the Solabusca, honestly, the Solabusca looks as much as it has strong similarities to the Rider-Waite-Smith, it's not the same. It has a lot of repetitive cards, and it's really a lot of more decorative, illustrative art rather than things going on that you can interpret. Because that wasn't the intent of the Solabusca. Its intent was never to be read with, much like how the Rider-Waite-Smith was designed to be looked at, meditated on, and read with. Solabusca was most likely used for gameplay, but that's all forms of divination. Palms aren't made to be read for, but people do. Neither are bones or the stars, but people did, you know. But moving back though, and so the oldest version of what the tarot was is based mostly on the major arcana. The major arcana, it was never first created with the whole 22, you know, uh, you know, fool to the world, or magician to the world and the fool. It was never made that way. Okay, looking at the Visconti Sforza, which is the most complete and the oldest, we're not 100% sure if the Visconti Sforza really did have a tower or the devil. For sure, it had a tower. I mean, that's an archetypal figure depiction that had to have been put in there. But the devil, or was the tower in it? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But the devil, was it there or not? Possibly. It was probably destroyed, or it was. What if it was never there? Another thing. Another thing is the numbers on it, the order of the tarot. Was the magician the very first in the first position, or was it the world or justice or some other figure or some other card there? The Visconti Sforza doesn't have any numbers, and it doesn't have any titles. So there's there's probably 10 other major arcana that are missing there, unless but I'm pretty sure there's probably documentation of it that reports like how many total cards maybe, but who knows? you know We're used as storytelling and divination. How would you not right there, I don't get. How would you divinate with something that's static like that? I don't know. To listen to. Oh yeah, listening to the crickets, right? And you would like count the chirps on like for like what, a minute, and you'd like do some math, and you would get the temperature for the next day, right? But going back to the Visconti, and so even before the Visconti though, there were decks with a trump card, and I think the first trump card was the Emperor. So the Emperor was, essentially the first major arcana, if I'm not mistaken. I need to double check on Robert M. Place's book. And then they slowly started adding more and more. So the people that had that deck with that one Emperor card and said, "This is it. This is the tarot," are probably looking at this and like, rolling in their graves or whatever is left of their remains. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Danny. I'm sure there's ways to know. I'm sure other people know how. Usually I just find it annoying because it's like I find them annoying because I sometimes you might hear them in the house, and you'll like start looking for them, and they'll just like get quiet, and so where did they go? So to kind of start rounding it up, damn, I kind of just flew through this like in under half an hour. Right? It's like they don't want to be interrupted. I know, they like probably stop and they're like, "What? Oh my God." it's like they can sense you like starting to look for them. Even if you can't see them, and they probably know you can't see them, they probably stop. That's so weird. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So saying what is the true and the pure, and the true and the pure tarot, and any new deck that comes out is just diluting it. That is that is that's elitism, and it leads to discrimination, and it leads to you know not supporting people who want to put their interpretation of it. We didn't say that. uh no, no, I'm just saying, like, because it's like I feel like I've already said everything so quickly in 25 minutes. I kind of wanted to drag it out, but I wanted to go fast, fast, fast. I really need to, because Annika was bringing up the question, but I feel like nobody was really like getting the question. I don't think I was. I think I was focusing too much on the aspect of dilution. The tarot being diluted, and it's like the tarot is diluted. It's always been diluted, and it's never going to be. Well, no. When I think of diluted, I think of Kool-Aid, like a glass of Kool-Aid or lemonade or whatever drink or soda, and you put water in it, and that's diluting it. That's watering it down. To me, that's what it is. To me, tarot is more like a kind of like how we were talking about cultural blending and integration of cultures, when Annika was talking about that in her live stream. Back to Annika as well. But once, but it's not like a collection of things. It's mixing, it's blended, it's a blending of, like, it's a smoothie. And it's like you can say a smoothie is only um you know uh bananas and strawberries, milk and ice, and that's it. And someone's like, well, what if I just put blueberries? And it's like, no, that's not a milkshake. And it's like, that's not a smoothie. And it's like, what if I put mangoes? No, that's not a. It's like, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like trying to say, it's like you can't make a smoothie with these fruits. You can only make it with these types. It's like, no, a smoothie's a smoothie. The tarot's the tarot. And the thing is also, who is saying tarot is being diluted? Anyone here? No offense, who want to understand your perspective. That's true. It's like, I want to know who is saying. I agree, but it's like, yeah, what is a true smoothie, right? That's what I'm gonna say. What is a true smoothie? If anything, I think it's concentrated because it's being added along the way. Like you said, evolution. Yeah, it's like it's being added to. Nothing is being removed. Like, hell, even this, as minimalist as it is, isn't a dilution. You know? It's like it strips away a lot, but it's like you don't. It kind of goes to show like how little you can go without it. Look at oh my gosh, what's her name on Instagram? She made the Interscription Oracle, and she's working on a new tarot. She or not a new tarot, but she's working on a tarot, and it's just like a watercolor, just smooth thing of like there's not much to it, but it does have just the title on there of the card. Uh, it's so, there's like barely anything. It's pretty much a color card with the word of the card of the tarot on there. I'll try to find it and post it on here. Let me see if I can find it. Hold up, give me a second here. We got time. I can find it. Let me see here. Oh wow, Taroteka. I love those backs. But moving on, I gotta find. Let me search here. What is her name? I think it's like. There we go. Here it is. Like, look at this. This is her hermit card. You don't see any person. You don't see anything. You see that? Hello, Soren. Hello, Hector. Who else is here? If I missed anyone. Right? I'm gonna let's see. So did this conversation begin with the dilution thing is what a lot of people in the tarot community believe slash think, just trying to understand where this conversation stems from. It really stems from the discussion around the wild unknown right now that's going on, if you know what I mean. And the comments that people were making and the comments that made in on YouTube and you know it's all there. It surrounds the wild unknown really. But I kind of wanted to look at it as the bigger picture of tarot itself. Uh, if it has water and syrup, it is a slurry. Hello, Hanaconda. Let's see. Most people, I've mostly met people. I mostly met people say that in Facebook groups, and usually from people who have been reading for decades. I think the crowd there and the one in Annika's lives pretty much feel the same way. hmm Like that tarot's not being diluted. Like you can't dilute it. Like you really can't, because it's something that's always been diluted, I should say, in quotations. You know, it's always been a hodgepodge and a mix of things. Let's see. And if you add veggies to a smoothie, that makes it healthier, grosser, but healthier. Throw in a throw in a broccoli in there. What is fruit? Tomatoes are fruit. Avocados, I think those are closer to nuts. Like pistachios and all that. But it applies though. I do feel like if it's saying, "Oh, the old days were better," every generation says the same. Exactly. It's like no. It's like there's good things to see in here. There also back then it was shit. you know. Uh, but let me see. Let me share her Instagram, so you guys can follow her and follow her creation of this deck. Let me see. Let me go to my channel. Let me go here. Let me go pause. And there you go. Follow her. Get her oracle. It's so interesting. I'm still waiting for mine to come in. It'll probably be a while, but still. Let's see. Diluted is the only thing that watered it down was but she's been canceled. It's far away from our community, so problem solved. Soren. Honestly, low key, actually no. Artistically, no. Really, even though she did actually steal some artwork and write something, she didn't give credit to some art. I could be wrong. Yeah, but DV is like, it's like, but even then you can't. You really, when it comes to art, that's like also arguing like what is art and what isn't art. That kind of gets into that. Unfortunately, Dorian Virtue decks are also considered art. Oh, and use bad photo. Oh, honey. Okay, you want to know who uses bad Photoshop? This is just an opinion. Okay. You want to know who uses bad Photoshop and he needs to stay away from tarot decks? I was like, who did this? Okay, who is he? Giovanni Caselli. I'm calling you out, Giovanni. I'm. This deck is really interesting, and I can't wait to dive deep into it. But honey, stay the fuck away from computers, please. Please, it doesn't look nice. You did this with the Mythic Tarot, and nobody will ever forgive you for that. Well, I'm not sure. Maybe some people will, but still. Exactly. Ruin the Mythic Tarot. We know you know what you did, and we're not happy about it. But I still like it. It's still interesting. It's borderless and it's like all panoramic. I like it. My mind is sitting here stuck at work. Dorian Virtue, domestic violence. My brain. Oh, sorry, Danny boy. Yeah, no, it's because we don't like to talk to say her name and support her, because honestly, that's what she does. She really does just want attention and views. And the deck isn't that bad, like I said. Yeah, like look at this one. This image is fine, you know? But you can see the spear, that spear on the mast, how it's kind of photocopied onto there, or like it's collaged onto there in a weird digital CGI type of art. Let me find another one. You see, like these two look great. See, these two look great. Look at this. See, these two right here look fine. You know? These look beautiful. I love these. But this here, look at the green sphere, the brother of stones. You know, the little sphere. That didn't need to be there. Why did you make that digital? You could have, and even then, it's like you can use digital art, but you know, it doesn't have to be like it's off-putting, really. With the style of art it is, it's really off-putting. Uh, Let me see. Where's it? Oh, look at here, the cup. The cup in this one has, you know, it's not. It doesn't like blend smoothly. It's like they were trying to like make it look smooth and normal, uh, but not. But that's going into like critiquing art styles and all that. But again, this is the tarot as well. Okay, this is also a tarot, though quite a unique take on it. But it's still a tarot. It's a new tarot system. Oh, P.S. Okay. No. No. Wait, maybe. Maybe. And now I'm reading what you said, Hannah Kona. I was like, I thought you were talking about someone else. Is P.S. the new DV of TarotTube? Kind of, but I respect the grind. You know, like Annika said, I respect the grind. I respect the work because I do the same. I kind of do the same thing. With my live readings to bring in the money, I have to say free in all caps live readings. If I don't put that free in there, no one's gonna come. And it's not like I don't do free readings because I do. You know, I don't do that. But I also add, hey, but if you don't want to be, but if you want to secure yourself a reading for sure, you just pay, you know? And really, it's like, it's clickbait that delivers. And, but this is going into a whole nother discussion, you know, clickbait, that's going into clickbait. And I don't want to talk about that here. Talking about the dilution, what makes the tarot a true tarot? And this too is a tarot. Okay, some people will say no, that's not. It's like, but it is. You know, looking at the depictions of it, it may look like Rider-Waite-Smith on the surface, but really, like once you look more closely at it and like actually notice what's going on in the imagery, you know, you'll see fully illustrated, and you'll think, oh, Rider-Waite-Smith. No, that's not the case. This is fully illustrated. Sorry for the nudity, but not right. But it's not Rider-Waite-Smith. Oh yeah, Dorian Virtue is on YouTube. I'm sure her videos are still up there. I don't think he meant harm to Wild Unknown Tarot. He has an opinion. Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. Rewatching his video the second time, I was really like, okay, yeah, a bit misinformed and a bit, you know, like too YouTube-ish, you know. And I think because I'm so used to TarotTube videos being a certain way, his video definitely just came right out of left field and definitely is something very different from what most tarot videos do. But I will give him this. It does seem like an actual, it seems closer to an actual review and critique of a tarot deck than just flipping through a deck and calling that a review. That's not a review. That's just a flip through. That's just a walkthrough, you know, with some commentary. It's not necessarily a review. That's a first impressions. Nothing wrong with receiving prosperity for good work. Exactly, exactly. And he's doing that good work. He's doing that hard work in his own way. An honest opinion. We need more of this in the tarot community. Too much fluff. Too much fluff. Now videos, that can be diluted. Let's see. Where's my water? Oh, there we go. I mean, like walk through, flip through. It's kind of the same. I mean, It's weird because for me, it's like I can't review a deck until I've actually worked with it and actually used it. Very few decks I have in my collection I can actually give an honest review on. Yeah, unboxings are not reviews. No. Oh my god, I forgot something, but it's fine. It's fine. Not that important. But yeah, well, those are first impressions. Exactly. But to me, it's like walkthroughs are generally, well, unless you've actually, you can do a flip through, and have have a genuine review and opinion about it while you're showing all the cards. But no, no, I forgot what we're going to. No, 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 something else. No, it's not that. I don't like it when people put unboxing plus review in their video. Yeah, I've done that quite a few. I really do need to go through my channel and change a lot of the titles because I have a bunch of them there that are like that say review, and not just like unboxing or flip through or walkthrough. I have the word review in there, and I'm like, oh no. So I really should go through my channel and change that. Uh, so yeah, let's see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's see. I kind of missed a few comments here, but yeah, I don't want to focus more on and talk about Papa Squirrel's video and focus on that. That's no, that's something else. That's another day. That's for another day. Uh, but yeah, but again, we can't and we can't say that's not the true tarot to any deck really that comes out, even from Dorian Virtue, because there are tons of people that use like the what is it, like there's an angel no, 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 oh, what is it, like that love that deck and still work with it, but even despite of what Dorian Virtue has said. It was about if it was a beginner deck, right? Honestly, I think that's one of the issues. It's like, is it because the title says it's the worst deck ever, but it's not. But if it was about a beginner deck, it should have said the worst beginner deck ever, But that's not in there. He does say it's a bad beginner deck, and I actually do agree it's not a great deck for beginners. This isn't a great deck for beginners, but I still started with it. But that goes into the topic of what is a beginner deck. Honestly, a beginner deck can be any deck that resonates well with the person that, reads with it. This can be a beginner deck, and this can be a beginner deck. It's any deck can be a beginner deck, but it depends on the person. Okay? This is mostly the most recommended beginner deck because there's so much book information and so many resources about it. It's really the most popular and go-to deck. This one too, but not as much. Let's see. His beginner deck was the Wooden Tarot. I mean, honey, that is. Wait a minute. What? Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. Hold up. Wait. What? Did I read that right, Rachel Days? Who is his? Who is this his? Are you saying Papa Squirrel's beginner deck was the Wooden Tarot? Well, sugar, honey, iced tea. Here's the thing. Tarot wasn't mostly used for divination at first. It was banned for gambling. So people weren't burned at the stake for it. The rich and the affluent used it. And used it for gameplays. Slowly it started being used for divination. I think in and around I think the 1600s. I'm sure, but there were decks before that survived, and that. So yeah, but still, again, it applies because we still have such limited information about the history and what the true deck was, and its evolution of the major arcana is so developed, if you will. His first tarot was the Wooden. I love the Wooden, and it draws a lot of similarities to the Wild Unknown. So I'm guessing he said his first tarot was the Wooden, but probably not the deck that he used to actually start to study. I'm assuming that's what, because my first deck was the Rider-Waite Smith that I had, but I didn't actually start studying until like 2017. Like that was when I seriously started studying. Wow, I feel like I haven't been doing it for so long. um, but I think that might have been like my situation. I've had all these decks. I had like the Thoth, I had a Marseille, even I had a bunch of decks before I even started to actually study. And the first deck I actually deep dived and studied was the Marielle. And that was like, what? You know, I did read Holistic Tarot though. I think that I started reading some of it there. I watched YouTube videos and learned from that. But for serious, like the first deck I fully like broke down and understood and got was the Marielle. It was a lot of hard work, and and it probably would have been way easier to do that with the Rider-Waite Smith. But with the Marielle, I did it. Let's see. Original playing cards had no numbers on them, and they were much larger in size. Evolution, yes. I mean, you mean like like the Mamluk, right? Yeah, the Mamluk. Oh man, I don't have that deck with me. Let's see. Yeah, the Mamluk though. Yeah. That was the first like deck with the minor arcana that. Well, not the minor arcana. What the fuck am I saying? The first deck that of playing cards that have cards that look like this. Actually, you're gonna see like these little motifs. I think in that deck in the Mamluk, you're gonna see, but you're not gonna see people in there. You know, you're gonna see a lot of the cards like will look like this. Very similar to this. So you can see that the Marseille drew its inspiration for the minor arcana, got the minor arcana of the Mamluk, transformed it into something else, and then slowly started adding the major arcana and the court cards and all that. The first complete tarot deck was the Marseille deck, but I started with playing cards before that. Oh yeah. And there is a myth that goes through, especially with outdated books, that said, 78 Degrees of Wisdom, I believe, even says this, and it's still a deck that's very popular. That's still a deck, and it's still a book that's very popular and recommended for a lot of beginners. That says that tarot predates the playing cards. This is false. The playing cards have been around far before the tarot, and the tarot just slowly started like piling on the major arcana as it went. It's what I've read and studied. Let's see, I obtained both of these at 13 years old. I was forced to get rid of them when I was 16. Oh no. And then came back years later with, oh, that's good. At least you were able to get back to them. Yeah, the Egyptian Tarot by Los Carabeo. Was that like the one with like the blue borders, right? Deviant Moon Tarot and the Gilded Tarot. Let's see. So yeah, if you want to know about, oh no, was it like, post the link, Soren. You're a moderator. You have the power. But if you do want tarot history that's easy to understand, great to and not just straight to the point, this guy right here, the tarot, magic, alchemy, hermeticism, and Neoplatonism. Unfortunately, no index, but just reading through it once, and you'll be like, I get it. Oh yeah, an Egyptian one that was used. Like, was it the Egyptios Kier or Kier or something like that? Right? Let's see. I just read a post today that another member of our community was forced to get rid of her collection. Her mom destroyed her cards, but a beautiful creator gifted her. Aww. You see that right there. I love that. That is one of my biggest fears. Like, thankfully, my parents aren't like that. Straight to the point. 800 pages. It's a lot of information, but it's not wasted space, Lucy. It's well worth the read. More colorful one, but the same style. Okay, yeah. In 2005. I don't know which one, but I might know. I might know it. We'll see. It only made me stop, not get rid of my divination tools when I was 14. So, right? It's like that's a destruction of art, really. That's a hate crime. Right? Isn't that a human rights violation? The destruction of art, right? Or what is that? No. It's called something else. But I'm pretty sure like, you know, well, maybe not to that extreme, but it's on the same line. Kind of is, to be a little dramatic. It's like, really, would you really destroy, something like this? It's like, it's destruction of property is a crime. There you go. It's like, these are, to me, some of these are pieces of art, and it's like a piece of culture, you know. If someone touched my cards or books or brushes, right, I'd be like, no. And yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah. Uh Robert M. Place, The Tarot, Magic, Alchemy, Hermeticism, and Neoplatonism. If you guys are on mobile, I'll give you a chance to screenshot. He currently has the second edition out. I think you can get it on Amazon. Uh, so yeah. Uh, but another book on tarot history, actually, this is probably, and there goes all my little guidebooks, but still, this is probably far more informative. Cultural history of tarot. And this also goes in, and it says here, from entertainment to esotericism. And so it goes from the Viscontis to the Golden Dawn, and even to, I think, even to the modern, like the Morgan Greer. Uh, yeah, even like the Voodoo Tarot and the Hultun Tarot, and in the modern, in the up to the modern deck, I guess. Greenwood Tarot, the Celtic Wisdom Tarot. Oh yeah, let's see. Like, she mentions like quite a few here. Yeah, but anyways, this one here by Helen Farley, Cultural History of the Tarot. He has released the Guild of... Oh yeah, with a new version of the Sevenfold Mystery. Yes, is it annotated? I think no. I wish you brought that one back. Oh, for real. And also, this one is much more thinner, which also I learned about from Nobody Here, Annika. uh, so let's see. So I think, in conclusion, you can't dilute something that's never been pure to begin with. You can't defile something in a way that's always been like changed and adapted and twisted in so many different ways. There's no way to keep it pure, honestly, because in order to keep it pure, you'd have to regulate it, and nobody wants the tarot to be regulated and restricted, unless y'all want it to. I think in some cases, I think readings should be regulated in some cases. Like I said, it's like medical readings, no. You know what I mean? So yeah, just checking my phone, making sure. Oh no. Okay, yeah. What is this? I'm clicking on this link that Soren just posted. Oh, what is this? Oh, is this like uh your go-to Sibylla? Right? Ooh, my leg. Ooh, my leg. I love this painting here. Oh, I'll have to look at it different on somewhere else because I can't read that. I don't understand it. Well, I'm pretty sure I could understand some of it, but This is where the new Citadel deck that just got created is. Oh, okay, yeah. Hell no to regulation. I mean, yeah, it's like, you know, you really can't. But it's then again, it's like then you have people making like the Gollywog Oracle, like, you know what I mean? Are we going to talk about Walter Mercado? Oh my gosh, where do we even begin? Well, I mean, like I've kind of already said what I said. Um, so yeah. Oh right, Annika, if you're watching this, I'm gonna try doing the kind of the time stamping, chapters of this. I'm gonna try doing that with this live stream. Uh, let's see. So yeah, should we talk about Walter Mercado? Mercado, is that his name? Mercado. But yeah, I just that Netflix documentary, amazing. Well, post her Instagram, Soren. Oh yeah, he is an astrologer. He does. I think I've seen like one clip of in the documentary where he talks about tarot. Um, where he references tarot, but he's mostly an astrologer. Hello, on the cusp tarot. Hello, why? Um, but yeah, it's I'm like that he was a part of Mexican culture and Mexican American culture, Latino culture, because really he was in Mexico, he was in South America, and he was in the U.S. as well. He truly was. In that case, he was an American icon. Yeah, Puerto Rico. Yeah. Who started this topic? Started what topic? We're on to like two different topics here now. uh, a dilution of tarot. I think it was. I don't know. I don't know who brought it up. I don't think Papa Squirrel mentioned it like being diluted, like the Wild Unknown diluting tarot. I don't think he did. I don't think so. No. Um, but I'm pretty sure in the comments it was mentioned like, oh, dilution. I'm like, wait a minute. Let's see. I didn't have money for cards. I had a lot of books anyway. What about Miss Cleo? JK, you're old if you remember the commercials. I've only ever seen like clips of her, and I've never, I knew that she was well known. Let's see. I wanted to be Walter Mercado when I was like 6 years old. Pretty sure I began studying astrology because of him. Good for him. He really was. I was like the Liberace of astrology. Yeah, really. Let's see. I need to move some stuff here because this leg has got to stretch, girl. Thank you, Soren. Let's see. Let me see this. Can I see this? Here we go. Oh, I love that peacock card. It's the what's it called? The La Superbia. What is it? Oh my gosh, what is it actually called? I can't remember what they call it in English. What's this here? Oh, I'm here for it. Let me see this. Or wait, no. I'll check it out later. I'm getting distracted. Um, there we go. Yeah, pride. There we go. Or haughtiness. Yeah, I think haughtiness would be better because that is truly is like matches better with what a peacock is. Pride or arrogant, yeah. Soberbia. It kind of sounds like Suspiria. It reminds me of Suspiria. If you guys don't know what Suspiria is, go watch that movie. It's a horror movie, just a heads up. But I love both interpretations. The damn, I'm forgetting the director's name. But also the one that just came out in I think 2018. Yeah, I like both. Suspiria. I love both. I remember watching it on when I was like in middle school. I remember watching it. I was like, "This is great. I love it." Dario Argento. There we go. Luca Guadagnino. Luca Guadagnino. Guadagnino. No, it's Italian. I know they're Italian though, right? um, well, I like the interpretation of it. Like the old version was definitely that colorful, like psychedelic, like Niño. Okay, yeah, yeah. I was like, is it Niño? Guadagnino, right? My brain is trying to make the G and the N. Yeah, Guadagnino. There we go. Thank you, Hector. Thank you, Gaviota. Um, but I like the original. It's definitely like maybe aesthetically, good, or the use of color in there. I think a lot of people think horror has to be without color or whatever, but it doesn't have to be. Even though the new Suspiria doesn't have the color, I think the new Suspiria focuses more on the dancing and the body movement and all that, and a little bit more into the body horror, and it's and also it's Tilda Swinton. She plays like 3 characters, maybe even 4 in that movie. So it's like, come on, Tilda Swinton. How are you gonna say no to that? You can, and I'm sure you can look it up what character she plays, but I like just guess. Oh yes, this was really good. Yes, I'm counting the therapist. Love Tilda, but I saw the old one. Yeah. I was so surprised to realize it was like Tilda, she's that bitch. Like, let's be real. Tilda Swinton appreciation post now. I mean, how can you like, does anyone not like her? I mean, oh yeah. 50 Shades. Yeah, I know. I really loved her in that movie. At the end, and she's like, "I am she," and I'm like, "Yes." Mother Suspirion. Yes, I just loved it. But I'm not gonna rewatch it. I'm just kidding. I probably will. I'll try to. I always say I need to rewatch that, but I don't. I just end up watching like something else. Like I finally started watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. No, no. I always heard the book was bad. It's fan fiction. What do you expect? We're not gonna. Yeah, 50 Shades is a dilution of the Twilight saga. I've never read Twilight. I've seen all the movies. I just happened to watch all the movies, and you know what? They weren't that bad. They're a cultural moment, I think, in cinema. The Twilight films, I mean, 50 Shades, I think, was just no. Yeah, making the BDSM community look terrible. Yeah, no. That's not a relationship. That's not romantic. That's not sexy. That's creepy. That's unhealthy. That's a horror movie, honestly. How what's his name? I don't even remember the character's name, but how that guy, how that character was portrayed and how the relationship was portrayed in 50 Shades. Just no. I think I'm pretty sure I watched it subbed. Suspiria. If you're talking about Suspiria, I'm pretty sure I watched it subbed. Let's see, because I know dubbed is like very rarely does dubbed ever actually come out good. Rarely. Let's see. Twilight was horrible, and 50 Shades is even worse. I know. Right, Lucy? So, so me and Lucy are Team Jacob. They were, but it's like there was like a slight resurgence of interest in them and like what the fuck happened in those movies, you know? Oh yeah, 50 Shades is just wrong. Yeah, 50 Shades is just wrong. Twilight was bad. It's like 50 Shades is just. Mm. Oh, okay. Girl, y'all need to start tagging people, all right? uh, oh, yeah. Always watch something in its original language if you can. Like Water for Chocolate is better in Spanish. Yeah. No one's saying like it's a 50 Shades movie. Yeah, no. Because the German use is not what Germans use. I watched the True Blood dubbed in German. I learned that's just. What is that? Hello, the fact that he don't sleep. No, I don't sleep. Well, it's 9 p.m. I mean, who are you talking about, Nora? Oh wait, what are you talking about, Nora? And the humor disappeared. Oh no. Oh, that's fucked up. Hello, Nora. Also, I can be awake for hours, but no, I think we'll cut this short at an hour and a half. I think I said what I needed to say to answer Annika's question as to what is the true tarot to me. And it's like, to me, I don't think there is any true tarot. I think it's more like an amorphous idea or cloud, you know? Like I said, it's like a cloud. The movie, right? Twilight, right? How he doesn't sleep, right? I mean, like, that's just vampires, you know? But I mean, like, you know, glittery vampire. Let's bring back Interview with a Vampire. every time I think of Twilight, I just go back to Interview with a Vampire. Let's do it. And make it gay. The True Black. Right? I have her somewhere. Let me get her. Let me bring her out here. I can't do it. Get your ass out here. There we go. Lucy said it. This is the true tarot. This is the only one in true tarot. Let's see. What is this? Horrible life story between Edward and Bella edition. I want to kill you. That's how you get the person you want. It's not a real tarot unless it has real or true in the name, right? The real Celtic tarot, the true tarot, right? Is there like a true Celtic? Is there a deck called that? I'm pretty sure there is. But yeah, look at this is the true tarot. Marseille who? Thoth who? Rider-Waite Smith who? Marielle who? What's an oracle deck? I don't know her. I don't know all these other decks. This is the only true tarot. It's been said. And that's that on that. Period. Does original count? That too. No. Now we have the answer, right? but you know, I've said it many times. There is no true tarot. The sexiest tarot ever. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's other ones. Let's see. We solved the mystery right here. There it is. There it is. This is the true tarot. So this deck came out when? When did this deck come out? 2018, right? So we have to restart the tarot clock to 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. Really, girl? Oh, here we go. Yeah, 2018. Start the tarot clock officially at 2018 when this deck came first. All the other ones were just mistakes and prototypes and beta tests. This is the start. So all of the decks have to be based on this. If your card doesn't look anything close to this, It's not a true tarot. Those are the regulations now. All right. I'm being sarcastic and I'm joking, by the way. It only took about an hour. Yeah, an hour and 9 minutes, 10 minutes to find the answer. There we go. Oh, that's right. Really? Oh, yeah. That's right. 2019. So, yeah, 2019. Golden black girl. I'm like, I just like the color black. Actually, I'm mostly in black, despite the rainbow Technicolor shark that I'm wearing. Uh, hello, Samdali, right? Love coach. Hello. First time watching. Terra Nerd here. Yeah, hello. Well, you kind of missed all the discussion in the past hour, but again, y'all can watch it back. So I don't want this to be too long because then people won't be able to, watch it all. So yeah. Um, so unfortunately, Samdi Love coach, you kind of come to the end of the live stream. so yeah, I feel like I if I miss something, you know let me tell me, because tarot is more like was it Hermit and High Priestess, or was it Danny Boy? It was one of those in the very beginning that said it's more an idea and it's more a feeling and it's more concept, honestly, because there's so many iterations of it that it's like it really can't be pinned down and solidified into one depiction, into one physical manifestation, if you want to say that. um, yeah, just say we covered the topic in the first 25 minutes, the rest is ramble, essentially. Yeah. uh, let's see, it's 70 minutes, mate, or mate, right? I hate those easy tarot decks. It's very much a marketing ploy to get beginners to buy a deck. It's like the beginner's deck or the starter's tarot, or like something like this here. This book here, for example, the complete book of tarot. It's pretty thin, but I'd have to read through it to actually like give it a proper critique as to whether it's the complete book of tarot. Honestly, I would say holistic tarot might be a closer to a complete book of tarot, but again, there's so many reading styles, there's so many ways to interpret the cards, there's so many systems. You really can't say that this is the complete, all that there is for tarot. Beer, please. Let's see. I prefer the drink. I prefer tea over mate. Oh yeah, but I still like mate. I have never tried a mate. My mom loves to drink that stuff, and so does my sister. Uh, but you know, but I've never. No, I never tried it. I was like, what is that? I don't want to try it, but maybe I will. Just to say, I tried it and said I don't like it, or I tried it and I said and I'm loving it. I don't know. Uh, what are we even talking about? Tea. Mate, matcha. Matcha is something else, Lucy. That's like green tea. Somehow I like decks that look like they are meant for kids. Like the Playful Heart Tarot, Nora? Or like the what's another one? I'm trying to think of a few other ones. I don't really go for those, but some of them look cute, and they look nice. Like the Happy Tarot, I think, is another one. Yerba Mate. There we go. Yeah. Crystal Unicorn Tarot, that's another one. Yeah. But again, you can't say that those are dilutions of tarot because it's still tarot. um, I'm having a deja vu. We talked about this here last year, I think. Maybe we did. I didn't notice that. Maybe. Cool energy here. Thanks, Samdi. I try really hard. Yeah. Mate is something else, Lucy. It's yeah, I'll send you a link to a video of like different cultures that drink different teas, and they have one where it's like mate, and there's like a specific way to make it. But then again, that's also purists, you know. Unicorns and the Iris Oracle. Iris Oracle. I don't know her. Someone put a link. We might have the topic comes up, but yeah. Oh, there we go. Shamadi. Oh, no, Samadhi. Samadhi. Oh, that makes much more sense. Samadhi. Samadhi love coach. Okay, there we go. Argentinian mate, right? Yeah, Argentinian. It's not. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. Let me see here. But my mom loves it. Like she drinks it every morning, along with the authenticity. Authenticity. I don't know her either. Let's see. Oh yes, I've googled this before. Mate. Apparently, the first time didn't quite stick to my brain. The photos triggered the memory. Yeah, they love their yeah. Uh, Matcha is powered by green tea. Yeah, it's like a. Is it like a richer, type of flavor? Uh, I feel like I don't know the Myers Briggs. That I'm not that familiar with it, but usually I think all those three that you just mentioned are usually the most common ones in like these tarot chats that I found. That everybody that mentions, oh, I am an ENFP. Those I think that's a very an INFJ or an INFP. I think those are common ones if I'm not mistaken. There we go. INTP. See, wait, there is a joke in there. I was gonna be like, I'm an IDG. Oh no, IDFC. There we go. That's what I am. And of course, now I got everybody giving sugar honey iced tea. Wait a minute. Let's see. Americans still have not tried actual Kinder eggs. WTF? That's what I mean, isn't everyone intuitive to some extent? Isn't that a natural sensation that, even if people can't like force it out, it still comes to them like in bursts. You can't really say someone isn't. You know what I mean? Right? It's like I don't know. Kinder eggs. Ugh. Oh yeah, aren't those like called empaths? Right? Where it's like they're super like it's like they're almost like extreme introverts where they can't be around a lot of people, almost. Again, I'm unfamiliar with the topic. You know, whether an empath is an actual psychological diagnosis, I don't think so. I don't know. But a lot of people like to call themselves an empath just because they see someone sad and they also feel sad, and then they think, "Oh, I'm an empath." No, that's just basic empathy. Did someone say kinder? Don't tell that to my son. Tell what? Ontario, Canada. You see, this channel's gone global, you see? Let's see, I still can't get Zubrauka here. What is that? Is that how you pronounce it? Zubroka, right? Kinder eggs are overrated. I know, it's like, what if they're not even that good? You know what? I'm fine with the snacks and the candies that we have here. Oh, yeah. I used to love huevito Kinder. There were tornadoes here today in southwestern Ontario. Wait, tornadoes? Canada? Polish vodka. Oh, it's also known as bison grass vodka. Oh. Well, now we know what Soren wants to get up to these days. No meetups now. I'm like, there better not be. Zubrówka, right? Zubrówka, right? It's turning into Polish vodka. We do it best. I mean, I'm not an expert. I found the alcohol I've tried so far nasty, right? Hermit of the Moon, but they always say it's not for the taste. Goes well with random chats and tarot, right? I'm just kidding. What the fuck am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. One day I'll try it. I'll try it. I'll like do an edible and then like go live. And I'll for sure make sure that it's age restricted and all that. It's for the feeling, right? It's not for the taste, it's for the feeling. Hello, Hopeful Soul 72. Chat was, well, in the title, but we're kind of done with it now. We're kind of just chatting about nothing. Girl, no readings. No readings today. There was an alcohol tarot, but it has been long out of print, right? Los Carabeo, I'm assuming. It's the liquid confidence. There we go. Pink Whitney vodka. Delicious. Is this like the Seinfeld tarot? It's about nothing. It's just blank cards. I'm pretty sure. Well, there's a Golden Girls tarot and a RuPaul's Drag Race tarot, which I'm not interested in, because I feel like they could have done. I feel like those decks are just lazily done. Those are dilutions. I'm just kidding. No, those aren't. But I'm pretty sure that company that did that could possibly also do a Seinfeld tarot. So yeah. That would be funny to have a tarot deck with all the people in it are drunk. Well, yeah, the angry drunks could be in the Five of Wands. The happy drunks could be in the Three of Cups. There you go. Such much to my surprise. I'm finally watching. I'm binge watching Golden Girls. Binge watching Golden Girls and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Finally. Thank you, Hulu. Bye. And I love it so far. I love them both so far. Oh, thank you, Hopeful Soul. Sophie, love her to pieces. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're getting close to. I might have to cut this short. My legs are hurting. Though I could keep going. But I think I've said what I needed to say. I made my video response. I think we can, keep going. That's sugar honey iced tea. That's a little bit offensive. Calling someone your spirit animal, that's a little offensive. Let's see. But yeah, well, I think we're gonna start logging off there. Nope, I can't put that there. Nope, I have too many decks in my way. So I'm going to start putting my decks away, actually. So while I start putting my decks away, we'll start wrapping things up here, I guess. Stop it before it reaches... Stop it before reaching 100 minutes. I'll try to. Probably not. No, that would mean I have to go for like 17 more minutes. No. Let's see, lunatics. Haha, there are some fools looking bad in tarot de Marseille. Let's see. Oh, your keyboard has a cord. I'm used to I need to get a wireless one. This is an old one. It's like it gets the job done, but I really do need a new one. Next purchase. That would be so much easier. Yes, it would be. And it would be smaller too. It's like this big old like chunk right here is not needed. Like, you know? But yeah. Thank you for hosting this chat. It was interesting. Sorry we derailed this. Oh no, 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 it's fine. I mean, like, but by the time the topic was derailed, the topic was already wrapped up, you know? Uh, and we kind of came back to it again. But yeah. Put this here. Put this here. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining in. It was nice seeing everyone, and it was a nice little video response. If you want to check out the original chat and question and topic and live stream about this, you can go to Nobody Here's channel, and I think she has a. I'm sure she has the live stream still up. She likes to she might have it up still. She might not. She has like special limited exclusive content. You can say. So yeah, I'm gonna put this. I really need to find a bag for this. I'm sure I have one, but I'm gonna leave her out right here. I'm gonna do some more work with her. So yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I do live readings every now and then. I have a huge, big, tarot live stream coming up that I'm really excited for, that I'm going to do with Lucy Peralta, Lucy Aqua de Luna here, and Y, aka On the Cusp Tarot, Aquaricorn, and also Nobody Here, if we can figure things out. So yeah, get ready for that. It should be coming sometime this upcoming week. So yeah, Lucy Peralta. Yeah, I'm like, who's that? I'm sorry, it just came out. Let's see, where's this? Here it is. Damn, I just put everything everywhere. I need to be more organized. Nah, I shouldn't. I just need to get used to being disorganized, I think. But moving on. Thank you, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. And I will be seeing you all in the next live stream, whenever that is. Hopefully soon. Pretty sure it'll be soon. All right. Okay, there. I just wanted to catch that burp on camera. All right. All right. Bye, everyone.